It's Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. I've just moved the cows to the next section. Thursday, they're going to have the last two sections. So this is sections 4 and 5. Because I didn't move them this morning. The ground is dry. My field is drying up. We're going to get maybe a tiny bit of rain today. But we don't expect any rain until Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So the ground is drying up. The pasture is drying up. The warm season grass is starting to flounder. The cold season grass is starting to flounder. It's not growing like it's supposed to. So maybe I have one more rotation. I might do a slower rotation to clear the cool season grass out of the way, let the warm season grass grow better. Especially if I have dead grass hanging in the air. I'll probably slow the rotation down a lot to give the cows a chance to trample and eat the remnants of the spring grass and give the summer grass a chance to catch up. And I do have my neighbor's back 20 for kind of a summer stockpile. So I can put it back there too if I need more time for the ground to recover. But it is dry. It's about 84 degrees right now. It's warm. It's kind of nice actually. It's pretty nice weather. So next week, the cows won't get much shade because they'll be out in the pasture with no trees. There's one tree, but it's at the end of the 6th section. So it's not much shade. It's probably for a day or two. So the ground here, unlike the ground in my pasture without the trees, the ground here is a little bit damp. Let me just try to find a spot where you can see the ground. So that's kind of dry. But here you can kind of see it's a little bit damp. The rest of my pasture is drying out. So consider it a tiny miniature drought that happens every year in between the spring and summer. So we didn't get much in the way of April showers. We did get a little May rain, just a little bit. I'd say we're operating on less rain than usual. I wouldn't call it a drought by any stretch of the imagination, but we're not going to see the tremendous amounts of rain that this region is known for this year, I think. So we'll probably be at 24 inches or something rather than the usual 48 or 36. Unless we get a wet summer or a wet autumn. I doubt it though. The weather pattern seems to be after a drought, it rains a little bit more each year until we get like record rainfall in a year, and then we get another drought like every 10 years. So I expect 2 to 3 years of not really great rainfall, you know. So the grass here is a little thinner than in the pasture, but not by much. It is a different type of grass. So we have this kind of grass here. So this is the ryegrass that we see in the pasture a lot. This is grass that I'm not really sure what this is. It's a different type of grass though. And it's all over the place here. If it's orchard grass, I wouldn't be surprised. This is being an orchard and everything. So, yeah. Cows seem happy. Their coats seem slick, covered in oil. They all seem to be doing pretty well. There's one cow I'm looking at in the foreground there just past the trees that you can see the ribs on the cow. That's not a good sign. They should be fat. I moved the sheep and the lamb that was with the dogs to their own little area. The sheep somehow got out. So I put the sheep and the lamb back together again and put them in another pen. When I came there, this sheep and the lamb were next to the other sheep and lamb, so maybe they'll be close together again. You know. And I looked more closely at the lamb, and I do believe 100% now, well 99% because I'm not that certain, that it is a little boy. It's a ram. So I was hoping to get a ewe, but it's a ram. Anyway, So I assume this other one's a ram too. Oh well, my flock isn't growing this year. Maybe I'll get another batch of lambs, and maybe I'll get some ewes yet. I'm going to push the ewes pretty hard here for the next couple of years, trying to get as many lambs out as possible. Because I do need more sheep. And let's see, I'm going to probably keep the next batch of calves, all the female calves, the heifers. Grow the herd to twice its size, or 50% bigger, because about half of them are going to be heifers, right? So I think we're running at 25 cows right now, 25 cows and like 4 bulls. So if we get 12 or 13 heifers, we'll be at 38 cows, and give the heifers a year to catch up before we breed them. So, and then hopefully eventually the sheep will be able to catch up to the cows in number. I'll keep my eyes open for anybody selling ewes. There's somebody out there that wants to sell like 300 St. Croix. I'm all ears. So if you have 300 St. Croix you want to get rid of, let me know. Interested in the ewes, not so much the rams. So I already got a good ram, and I think I got 2 more. I might butcher one of them, see what he tastes like, but I'll probably keep both of them, just to ensure that we have plenty of breeding going on. You know, this is the area that we kept the chickens when the fire came last year in July. The chickens all survived. None of them were hurt in the fire, but I had to keep them pinned up with the ducks in a small area for quite a while. That's the old nesting box that I built. Looks like nothing's growing under this shelter. My wife keeps saying to bring the shelter back to the chickens so they can use it to get out of the rain, but I'm hesitant. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.